All right, so looks like we're doing this today. I don't know what to tell you. Today, let's talk about being gas station ready. Are you gas station ready? Yes. Okay. All right, so gas station ready is a term or phrase that my man Josh Bryant came up with a while back. First time I heard it, I was like, oh, what's that? Basically, he describes it in one of his videos. He says, hey, gas station ready means that when you work a 12-hour day, then you go to the gym, and then you're 14, 15, 16 hours into your day, and you pull to a gas station, it's late at night, all you want to do is you want to fill up your car, go home, and get some sleep. That's the time that somebody's going to test you. That's the time that some asshole, some crackhead, somebody is going to come up. He's going to want to steal your shit. He's going to want to carjack you, rob you, whatever. Are you ready for that? Can you defend yourself? All that good stuff, right? That's what gas station ready is. And today, let's talk about how to make you gas station ready. Not you. Nobody wants to make you gas station ready. Nobody wants to. So in the grandiose scheme of things, it's not just a gas station, as we know, right? Gas station ready can mean anything. You're in a theater, right? You're in a King Soopers or Safeway supermarket. You're at Walmart. You're sitting in your house on a Saturday afternoon. Anytime anybody wants to take you or yours or harm you or yours, you need to be gas station ready. And this is annoying. I want you to know this. This is annoying. All right, so how to become gas station ready, right? Well, obviously you're thinking like pro MMA fighters and dudes like that. They're already gas station ready, right? But how do you or me, a guy who's not a professional MMA guy, who's not a BJJ black belt, who's not a pro shooter, things like that, how do we become gas station ready? Well, first thing is confidence, right? You got to be confident. You got to look the part. Don't look like a victim. What do victims look like? You've all seen them. You've all seen the person in the store that keeps their head down, that doesn't want to make eye contact with anybody, right? We've all seen them. That's a victim, okay? Don't be that person. Stand up straight, shoulders back, right? Look around. Don't be in your phone like this, because if you're in your phone like this, it's easy for somebody to come up. Look around, keep aware. Self-awareness is a huge thing, right? If you don't know what the hell's going on around you, then how in the world are you supposed to be able to react to it? Okay? Or more importantly, how are you supposed to be able to react to something that's getting ready to happen, that hasn't happened yet, right? If you're at a gas station and you're like, oh, look, there's a crackhead. Oh man, he looks like he might be coming my way. Maybe I should do something. Or you're just gonna look at your phone and all of a sudden the crackhead's there with a gun and his gross ass teeth trying to like steal your shit. The big thing for me, and you hear a lot of people talking about this if you listen to certain podcasts like tier 1 guys and stuff, is they all say the same thing. You have to really sit down and have a good heart-to-heart with yourself, right? Look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, what am I good at and what do I suck at? What am I capable of and what am I willing to do for me, for loved ones, for that stranger on the street, right? And you have to honestly ask those questions and honestly answer those questions. Because if you don't, then you're never going to be honest with yourself, then your training doesn't mean shit, right? So if you're at the point in your life, you're like, hey, maybe you're the, single mom that works 2 jobs that, is like, you know what, I need to learn some skills to be able to defend myself and my family. Or maybe you're the guy who's like, hey man, I've been, what the new thing right now, I've been liberal for a really long time. I've been voting Democrat, but you know what? I don't like the way this world is going. I'm going to go ahead and change my views a little bit. I'm going to go buy a gun and now I want to protect my own, right? What do you do? Well, like I said, it's, not just the black belts or the pro MMA guys or things like that have to be gas station ready. It's that single mom. It's that dude that hasn't, trained his whole life, right? And it's not just one body type. It's not like the big dude. You don't have to be a big giant gym rat to be gas station ready, okay? I've known big, huge gym guys that were big, giant pussies. And I've known little bitty dudes that will fight anybody at the drop of a dime, and usually they win. Okay? So it's not about a body type or a type of person. Okay? It's about anybody. If you know when you go to a store and you see somebody and they look confident and they look like they could, handle their business, you see them, everybody notices them, right? You just have to do the same things that they're doing. Okay, like we talked about, be confident, stand up straight, shoulders back, look around, see what people are doing. So if you want to be gas station ready, I'm talking to you now, if you want to be gas station ready, what are some things you can do? Well, let's talk about this. The gym, right? Since we're in the gym right now, right? The gym never hurts, it only helps, right? If you look like a victim, you're gonna get treated like the victim by bad guys. If you don't look like a victim, you more than likely will not get treated like a victim, okay? If you go to the gym and you're a big person, like, you're very muscular, you look like you could fuck somebody up, they aren't gonna mess with you. Same with women, right? If everybody watches CrossFit or has seen CrossFit, some of those chicks are fucking huge, right? I wouldn't want to fight some of those chicks. They're huge. Their legs are this big, their arms are this big, they got traps growing out of their ears, I know that they could grab me if they had just a little bit of training. They could grab me, toss me over their shoulder, and beat the living shit out of me, right? I don't want that. Same with MMA chicks, right? You see a chick with some cauliflower ear, probably don't want to mess with her, okay? So again, this isn't about being a big dude. This isn't about being a biker or, any of the cliche stuff. It's not about that, okay? If you want some skills, go to the gym. If you can't afford a gym, or maybe you just don't have time, you're the mom that works 2 jobs and has 3 kids or whatever, right? Work out at home. Incorporate your kids into your workouts, right? Push-ups, sit-ups, maybe you got some stairs if you live like in an apartment or something. Throw your kid on your back, piggybacks up and down stairs, right? There's a million things you can do. Okay, so you don't have to be that person that has the excuse of, oh, I can't go to the gym, because that's a bullshit excuse and we all know it. So after the gym, what do you got? Well, let's look at like empty hand skills, right? Let's look at like boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, things like that, okay? If you go to a place that maybe you don't want to learn jiu-jitsu or boxing, maybe you're scared or something, they have Krav Maga. Krav Maga gets a lot of hate because of, some things they do. But for first timers, for beginners, it's awesome. I had my kids go in it and it's great. You get a good coach and they teach you how to throw a punch. They teach you how to block a punch. They teach you how to do things like eye gouges and stuff like that. Yeah, I know, oh, you don't do eye gouge. Well, listen, you know what? If you're that mom that's coming out of a movie theater and it's dark and some dude's trying to rape you, eye gouge that sumbitch. Rip his dick off with your hand. It's okay. That's what you should do, right? So any training is better than no training as far as martial arts goes. Even like the old karate, taekwondo, all that bullshit, it can work. If you're really good at it, then you're going to be able to kick somebody's ass, right? You can learn some stuff online. There's this dude named Tony Blauer. He made the spear system, and it's all about how your body naturally reacts to things, okay? It's called the startle flinch response. And basically, if somebody throws a punch and you go like that, that's what your body's going to do. He uses that to help you defend yourself, okay? Other thing with empty hand stuff. Do you know that 90% of bad guys, when they first meet you or they first try to rob you, they're going to do what we call like a perp scan, right? They're going to scan around. They're going to go like this, and then they're going to throw like an overhand right. If you don't believe me, go watch a whole bunch of tapes of dudes fighting in jail, cops fighting people, all that stuff. They throw overhand rights. I don't know why. Probably because they're right-handed. Stop. Listen, that's the kids inside. Don't worry about it. Shooting, right? Let's say that you are somebody who just bought a gun, who are just getting into gun stuff. I highly recommend you go find, can I have part of the camera there, jerk face? I highly recommend that you go find somebody that will help you train with that. You can learn a little bit off the YouTubes, but not all that much, right? You need somebody to go and to work on your grip, to show you exactly how to hold it, right? To, get your stance, all that stuff, to practice good draws and things like that. As far as guns go, there's a million of them out there. Most of them are pretty decent. get a reputable brand, go to a gun store, test fire them, shoot them, see how you like them. You're gonna like some guns over other guns. That's just the way it is. Get the ones that you like and then practice and practice and practice and practice and practice with them. Find some classes. Whoa! All right, so we took a little break because the dog freaked out. Okay. Anyways, back. Can I have a little? Scoot over. So, if you again find somebody that'll help you train with guns, it's only going to help you. Vet your instructors. There's a lot of dudes who think they're really good but really aren't. So make sure you vet your instructors. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, drop them below. Find me on Instagram, whatever. I will be more than happy to help you out. The best thing you can do is avoid the fight at all costs. If you have situational awareness, then you don't have to get into a fight in the first place, which is way more better than having to shoot somebody or having to fight somebody, because you don't know that person's skill set. You don't know if they have a gun. You don't know if they have a knife, or maybe they're better than you in knife fighting. So the best thing you can always do is stay away from the fight, okay? Now, how do you do that? Well, one, like we said before, you got to keep your head on swivel. You got to see what's going on around you. If you don't know what's going on around you, you'll never be able to avoid it. Number two, always leave an out. It was something that kind of got drilled into us, mainly when I was contracting. Always leave an out, and always ask yourself, hey, in this situation, if this happened, could I get away? What would I do? If you constantly ask yourself those questions of, what would I do if this happened, or this happened, or this happened, then you're going to have an answer for them, and you've already played that little mental movie in your head, and it's going to help you out at the end, right? And last but not least, excuse me, I don't know why you're coughing. Last but not least, if you do have to fight, if it does come down to that, then you need to be violent as fuck, okay? What do I mean by that? I mean, if it comes down to it and you have to put hands on somebody, then you got to get it done quick, okay? You don't want to let them, back up and bounce around and all that shit. No, fuck all that. You hit them hard and fast. If you have a weapon and you pull it out, you best be planning on using it, because there's too many videos of dudes pulling a gun out thinking that the other guy's going to get scared and run away, and the other guy just beats the fuck out of him and then takes his gun. Don't be that person. If you're going to pull a weapon out, you better fucking use it, okay? And you better be justified in using it. You can't just pull it out willy-nilly just because some guy pissed you off, okay? You have to be completely justified in using it, okay? And that's why I said you have to have this honest talk with yourself about all this stuff. If you're going to carry a knife for self-defense, you better know how to use that too. Hopefully, it won't ever come down to that, because you're going to be situationally aware, you're going to be aware of your surroundings, and you're going to understand what's going on. And last but not least, if you can get one of these guys, one of these little land sharks, then by all means, because you know what? She makes people go away a lot better than I do. I can be big and, lift weights and strong and tattoos and this, that, and the other. That doesn't scare a lot of people. Her? Look at this. Show them your toofuses. Look at them toofuses. See them toofuses? Them scare people. Anyway, if you got any questions, drop them below. Thank you very much for watching all my stuff. I really appreciate it. If you know, if you have any questions, I will answer anything. I have no issues with that. Always ask yourself, are you an asset or a liability? Right now, you're a liability, because you're taking up all my space. I want you to know that, all right?